Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I've gained about 6 or 7 new subscribers over the past 8 or 9 days, maybe 10 or 11. I've been making AI videos and I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying them. But today I'm coming on with a much more serious topic. Hold on, don't run away. I want to talk to you about a new listing I have on my creator page, a candle working service for spiritual healing. I just made a video about a new revelation that's occurred in my life for 2026 and where I am now in my spiritual work and what I've been shown that I can do to help others. Sometimes we wait until we've exhausted every other avenue before we go to a spiritual healer, a psychic healer, or a shamanic type of worker who will do some altar work with candles. That's what I do. And that's okay. That's probably the way it should be. You know, we finally get to the point where we're actually realizing that we're spiritual beings first and physical beings second, and that our problem really was spiritual. So it has to do with either our thoughts, our behaviors, or a parasite that has actually gotten on us. And we can pick those up from work, from family members, and we carry them home. And we don't yet understand about daily spiritual hygiene, or, you know, something has been created in a very strong way by someone who's had jealousy and hatred for you, and they've been focusing on you for a very long time. You don't necessarily have an alignment with some very powerful beings. And this is what I have worked to develop over the past 20 years. So the new listing that I have on my creator page, KOFI, is a purification rite. It is a spiritual healing. It's very powerful. And it is also got a protective wall. It's like a 2-part candle working for spiritual healing at a very deep level. So it's not just parasite busting, energy neutralizing, cord cutting, block busting, and attachment purification. Spirit has been showing me the condition of the spiritual body through the candle wax. And then I can address that. Now, you may not have any serious attachment that shows up, but there can be other little messages that are left behind in the wax that we can talk about. I can show you, and then I'll do a purification for that. Maybe you're familiar with this, maybe you're not. A lot of times people don't go to a spiritual worker until they've exhausted all their other avenues. If you're familiar with energy at all, okay, and if you are trying to understand how it affects us, if you're noticing patterns in your life where things are just piling up and you can't seem to put out the fires long enough to get your nervous system to relax, there's too many things going on. You could use a little backup. You could use a little energy busting. And this will help you think clearly. How do you maybe start delegating your life to others? And the same thing goes for spiritual healing. Outsourcing this work to someone else who can help to dissolve all of these negative energies while you are living your life. Because when it comes to psychic healing, it's like trying to do surgery on yourself while you are ill. If you're going through a divorce, you need to go and give the money to that professional so they can do that work almost every day. Fill out those papers. They know how to fill them out, right? File them with the county clerk so that you can go to work and make money and pay the rent, because your life is changing. So if that's understandable to you and you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, perhaps there's a spiritual basis for that. What happens after that is got to be accepted. And along with you physically feeling better, you're going to probably sleep much sounder. You're probably going to wake up and feel lighter. You might feel different. You might feel like something is gone. And that can make you feel a little lost. It can make you feel a little displaced for a little while. Sometimes you have psychic powers that are enhanced by the attachment that you had. They use that, they amplify it, and now they're kind of gone. That's just a part of the clearing process. Or it was a way to keep you hooked on making you believe that everything was fine. But now you're realizing, I feel like something's taking over. I just don't have any control of what I'm doing, and I'm very sick. There is a spiritual reason behind that. So then you are left to your own devices. You're going to develop your own sense of will and your own sense of self, and learn how to control emotions that might have been out of control, understanding that karma is a real thing, that what we put out, we can get back. So we really need to be mindful of what it is that we're thinking of saying and doing to other people. And if you are being led by this attachment to do those things, then you'll be learning how to do things for yourself. You'll develop more of a self-reliance, perhaps, little by little, over time. But sometimes things fall apart, right? The truth has to come out. If the truth is that I see an attachment and then we have to get rid of it, then other truths around you are going to somehow be shown. But if a house has to be torn down, guys, because it's full of toxins, and now that space is clear, now you can build a new house with a better frame, better insulation, better wiring, better plumbing. Do you see what I'm saying? So if it's gotten to that point, outsourcing to an advanced, knowledgeable practitioner who is being led to have, these things appear and can really clear out a lot of negativity, it is worth it. I have spent thousands of dollars, I'd say at least $5,000 over the past 20 years, probably more. Early on in the 80s, I spent $300 on a bunch of meditation tapes. That was a lot of money back then. And I've gone on, to spend money on other things so that I could continue learning and studying and practicing. And I've gotten to this point now where I can scry with fire and the sacred flame will take this candle. I carve the birth name on the candle, basically naming this candle as a representation of you and your body. And the sacred flame and the deities that I work with will go to work creating leftover messages in the candle wax while I am sleeping. So I'm really counting on you to like and to share. If you know that there's someone who would need this or understand what this is about, they're at the point where they need to outsource to a spiritual worker, a spiritual healer. And you can ask me more questions. Go to my Ko-fi account, my creator account, Kofi. And over there is where you can follow me and the things that I'm doing over there, because I don't know how long I'll be on YouTube. YouTube seems to be eliminating spiritual channels one by one. So I am on Facebook, and I'll be making more photos and videos over there as well. So this is all I have to say at this moment. I think tomorrow night I'm going to get on and do a live for a Q&A to ask me about my spiritual healing work with candle, what it is, how I work, and why I believe this has been happening at this time. So, namaste, blessed be. You can leave a comment. You can leave a question here, or you can go and do that. Let me know. If you're going over to my creator page to look at the service and see if you can find a place to leave a message or ask a question. And if you can't find my email, come back here and let me know, and then I'll give you my email, because this is how we're going to be communicating for me to do this work for you. I really, really, really look forward to doing this work for someone who really needs it. Namaste, blessed be. See you soon.